Hello again, and welcome to the 365 Retirement Podcast with Sam Liang and the team at Rubino & Liang Wealth Partners. My name is Randy Cook. Glad to have you here once again as we talk through some of the issues, concerns, and maybe some of the things that you haven't thought about when it comes to approaching retirement. Sam, how are you doing today?
Doing great. That's always what we're talking about. Each and every week, retirement. How to do it right versus how to do it wrong.
All right, I'm going to play something for you here because anytime the word retirement pops up in the news, I'm in. I want to talk about it. I want to see what they're saying. Ben Shapiro is a commentator. He's got a podcast, and he's got a lot of good things to say politically. But he took on retirement just the other day, and I'm going to be the old man in the lawn chair in the front yard. I'm going to yell at the kid, okay? All right, here he is.
You don't
He
agree,
says,
in other words.
No.
Yeah.
Retirement is stupid, so says Ben.
It's insane that we haven't raised the retirement age in the United States. It's totally crazy. No one in the United States should be retiring at 65 years old. Frankly, I think retirement itself is a stupid idea unless you have some sort of health problem. Everybody that I know who is elderly, who has retired, is dead within 5 years. When Franklin Delano Roosevelt established 65 as the retirement age, the average life expectancy in the United States was 63 years old. Today, the average life expectancy in the United States is close to 80. It's totally insane that you believe that you should be able to work from the time that you are essentially 20 to the time that you are 65, which is a 45-year period, pay in, and then you will receive Social Security benefits sufficient to support you and your family for like another 20 years. That's crazy talk. That is not fiscally sustainable. I fail to see how a country in which our entire leadership class is 80 plus is telling you that we should have a retirement age of 65. It makes no sense at all.
Puppies, kittens, and 40-years-olds, aren't they cute?
Exactly. Let's work to the day that we die.
Oh, come on, man. When he gets to be 65 and he bends over to put on his socks and his back goes out, talk to me then, Ben.
Yeah, listen, I guarantee he'll think differently. So here's the good news, right? 65 is not old.
No.
I mean, 65 is young. Do we want to be in a position where we still have our health? Hopefully you have a few bucks and enough money to actually enjoy life, right? Who I don't think anybody watching this is going to agree with Ben that we should work to the day that we die.
No, and nobody does that.
And nobody does that.
Nobody dies at their desk, okay?
Nobody retires and says, well, I can live on Social Security. I don't think anybody watching this video would agree with that. You need to have savings on top of your Social Security so you can enjoy retirement. Our job is very simple, to show people, and you can make your own decision. If you want to work to 80, by all means, if that's what you want to do, go for it. But we want to be able to show people that you are either in a good position, good spot to retire, or you might be thinking the actual opposite. Yeah, I got enough money, I can retire. And we can, after we do the analysis, we come back and say, hey, you can, but you're going to run out of money at age 78 and make your own decision at that point. Social Security is not going to be enough for you to live the life and replace your paycheck. It's not even going to keep up with inflation. So you need to save some money and do a good job at it.
So I have friends that say that, I didn't save enough. I'm going to have to work till I die, or I'm just going to keep working, until I can't anymore. And I understand that. But at the same time, we talk about doing the math on your retirement. You sit down with them, and in your discovery meeting, you sit down and say, okay, what do you want to do? How much have you saved? Where is it? How is it doing? All these different things. And you're not really going to know what retirement looks like until you actually do the math.
That is a great meeting to have, because sometimes you can I had a situation where I met with somebody about a year ago. They were actually a daughter of a client of mine who passed away. She worked at a credit union. My client who passed away was the president of the credit union. So literally it's her only job. Well, the leadership of the credit union changed. The credit union itself changed. She literally hated, and let me highlight in bold, hated going to work. She lived this pretty simple life, and she literally thought she was going to have to work there till death, just like Ben Shapiro would say. She came in, she expressed her displeasure of going to work. She wanted a career change. She had some hobbies she could actually make some money doing. And what we were able to show her was put together a plan that says, look, you're 60 years old now. You're not going to collect Social Security till what happens if you start at 62 versus waiting to 65 or full retirement age at age 67. But you're going to have this part-time income. You're going to be able to take money from your savings. She had a nice, healthy, about $800,000, $900,000 in a 401k that she saved. We were able to actually show her that she could pull it off and not have to go to work and be miserable every single day. Yeah. Go work part-time and do something that she loves doing, but maybe make less money. But she never would have done that had we not gone through that analysis to show her that she would be okay. So I think it's important. If you want to work forever, by all means, have fun. I do agree with Ben a little bit. We have clients that have retired and, they're like, well, retirement is not what we thought it was going to be. We got nothing to do. We're bored out of our minds all the time and, we sit home and watch TV. So I think part of it has to do with making sure that you live a retirement lifestyle that's healthy, right? Do things and maybe volunteer, maybe have a part-time job, maybe, join a health club, maybe join the canoe club, maybe join the ski club, whatever the case may be. But from a financial standpoint, you want to be able to say, yes, I'm in a good position, I can do it, or no, I need to continue to work.
Well, because I'm in this, retirement red zone, as they say, I'm 63 years old, and I think back over the last 20 or 30 years, Sam, and how the workplace has changed. I mean, the whole idea that we're on cell phones and email now, and we are on a tether 24 hours a day, on the weekends as well. And I'm one of those guys, if one of my clients and they email me, I'm going to do it.
Sure.
I'm gonna contact them. I'm gonna reach out. What is the need? How can I fix it? No matter what time of day it is. And that's different than what it was 20, 30 years ago. And people
Absolutely.
get a little tired of that.
Yeah.
And the idea that they keep on piling on more jobs and more titles and things like that, it can get heavy when you're in your 60s dealing with all of this. And to sit down with someone like you, Sam, and you say, you can retire if you want to, or you can hang in there. Now, all of a sudden, the ball's in my court. Instead
That's exactly
of my
right.
boss being in charge, now I'm in charge of this decision, and I kind of like that power.
It comes down to, instead of guessing, I think I could do it, versus, hey, here's the proof. I ran a retirement analysis. Here's my written retirement plan. I can see exactly how much money I'm going to have if I continue to earn, say, 5% a year, and inflation's 3%, and I have to pay some taxes and et cetera, and I'm going to pull out $2,000 a month because I need that to enjoy the retirement that I want to. You can actually see how much money you're going to have at age 75, at age 80, at age 85. Now, it's not going to be exact, but if you know that you can pull it off because you're still going to have healthy six figures versus having, $18,000 left in your account, then you can make your own decision. Then you can make your own decision as to, hey, I'm going to completely retire or go part-time or, work remote or whatever the case may be. But to say one extreme to another, I'm going to work forever just because, Ben Shapiro says so, I think that's absurd. We're all saving for one reason or another so we can retire at some point. So it's important to know what your options are.
Retirement is not stupid.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But looking forward to it for an awfully long time, and you've been saving for it. And I'll bet when Ben gets to be 65 years old and looks at how much he's saved and says, you know what, I don't have to do this anymore, and I'm going to get paid the same amount if I was actually working, who's going to turn that down?
I think he'll think differently.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, we would love to sit down and have that conversation with you. The only way that you know what your retirement's going to look like is if you run the numbers. And when we talk about building that 365 retirement plan, that's exactly what that is. That's how it starts. Let's run your numbers. Give us a look at some of the show notes here. You'll see them right there. You can click on that. You'll get to our website. You can set up a 15-minute introductory call, talk to Sam and the team, and find out, what do my retirement numbers look like? Let's do the math. Let's start right there. We're going to say goodbye for today, and we're going to be here next week. We hope you'll join us again on the 365 Retirement Podcast.